Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's podcast episode and, of course, YouTube video. For those listening on the podcast, please note that there is a video version of these Gujarati lessons as well. You can find the video version on YouTube or Spotify simply by searching Learn Gujarati with Me. The video versions just have some extra visual supports to support whatever the lesson is about, whereas the audio, you just have to listen and rely only on your ears to learn. Now, what you're seeing on my screen right now, for those watching the video, is a slide from a previous lesson that I already taught you. We covered through lessons 6, 7, and 8 how to make very simple sentences in Gujarati. More specifically, we talked about how to make sentences in the present tense. The present tense means things that are happening right now. I'm writing right now, I'm making a video right now, I'm walking right now, things that are happening now in the present. We talked about how to make these sentences. If you haven't watched lessons, well, really, if you haven't watched even lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, if you haven't watched the previous lessons or listened to the previous lessons, please do so, because you will need a little bit of background information about the present tense to fully understand what we're going to talk about today. When we talked about the present tense, we learned that there are 3 steps to make a present tense sentence. First, we take our verb. It could be, for example, lakvu, which we have on the screen now. Lakvu means to write. The first thing is we get rid of vu. No more vu, right? Not lakvu, but just lak. After that, we're going to add some sounds. So if I'm writing, it's going to be hu lakhu chu. Hu lakhu chu. For anything I'm doing right now, it's always going to be u chu, hu lakhu chu, hu karu chu, hu chalu chu, hu doru chu, hu bhanu chu, hu something, hu some. So hu something u chu, right? We learn for tame, we have o and cho. Tame lakho cho, tame karo cho, tame karo છો, તમે ચાલો છો, તમે દોડો છો, તમે ભણો છો, તમે whatever. For tu, as in you informal, we have e and che. Tu લખે છે, tu બોલે છે, tu ભણે છે, tu શીખે છે, tu whatever. If it's te, for he and she, we have te or e, લખે છે. We have e and che again. Te લખે છે, બોલે છે, ચાલે છે, whatever. For teo, we have lakhe che again. So a and che, te lakhe che, teo lakhe che, teo chale che, teo dore che, teo, I don't know, whatever they're doing. And for ame apne, for we have ye chie. Ame apne lakhiye છીએ, ame apne કરીએ છીએ, ame apne શીખીએ છીએ, so on and so forth. Okay, so we need this base to cover what we're going to cover today. So again, if you haven't watched or listened to the podcast/videos, episodes number 6 through 8, I think is those 3, where I talk about how to form very basic sentences and how the present tense works in Gujarati, please go watch or listen to those first, because that'll really help you with today's lesson. What we're going to learn today is how do you take something that's in the present and put it in the future? It's actually relatively straightforward. All we're going to change is the verb. We're going to leave, I'm going to circle these for those watching the video. If we have hu lakhu chu, the chu is going to stay. In tame lakho cho is going to stay. Tu lakhe che is going to stay. Te lakhe che stays again. Right? All these cho, chus, che, all those stay. Those aren't going to change. Okay? What is going to change is the letters we add after the verb. So if I want to say, I'm going to write an email, I'm going to do it, not today, but later, tomorrow, next week, I'm going to do it later. Instead of hu lakhu chu, what we're going to add instead is hu lakvano. Hu lakvano chu. Hu kaink lakvano chu. I'm going to write something. Okay? Hu kaink lakvano chu. Hu bolvano chu. Hu vano. Now, here's what's really cool about the future tense. It's actually a little bit easier than the present, at least in my view. There's less to remember. For whom, actually for any of them really, except for tame, let's put a star beside tame. Let's put a star here, star beside tame, and star beside ame apne. There we go. Actually, no, let's get rid of the stars. I'll explain it differently. So the way that this works in the future is it depends on who's speaking. What does that mean? Depends on who's speaking. Well, if a boy is doing the action, we're always going to add vano. So for example, hu lakhvano chu, I'm going to write in the future. If I want to say he's going to write, we still have vano because he is a boy. E lakhvano che. We still add vano. If it's tu, right? Like tu and tu, like as in you and you're a boy, we still use vano. Tu lakhvano che. So vano for all the boys. For all the girls, we have vani. So for example, if I were a girl and I was saying, I'm going to write something, I would say, hu lak vani chu. Hu kaink lakhvani chu. If it was a girl, she's going to write something, e kaink lakhvani che. Lakhvani, vani at the end. So vano for all the boys, vani for all the girls. What if it's plural? What if it's like we are going to write something and there's a group of us, or you guys, you, all of you plural, you guys are like they are going to. What do we do then? Well, then we have vana. So for example, if we're going to write something together, ame atva apne kaink lakhvana chiye. Kaink lakhvana chiye. The other time we use vana is with tame. Okay, with tame we also use, so tame as in the formal word for you, we also use vana. Tame kaink karwana cho, sorry, tame kaink lakhvana cho. So vano, vani, vana. Hu lakhvano chu, hu lakhvani chu, tame lakhvana cho, tu lakhvano che, atva tu lakhvani che, e lakhvano che, e lakhvani che. Could be e lakhvana che as well if you're trying to show respect. Right? Teo lakhvana kaink lakhvana che, ame apne lakhvana chiye, right? And that goes for all verbs. If it's not lakhvu, let's switch screens for those on the video. Right? Let's say we get chalvu, same thing, right? Chalvano, chalvani, chalvana, khavano, khavani, khavana, karvano, karvani, karvana, right? Vano, vani, vana. Vano for boys, vani for girls, vana for plural, or if you're being respectful to somebody, okay? All the chos and chus and ches at the end, they stayed exactly the same as the present tense. So a couple of example sentences I could give you, something like, hu kam karvano chu. Hu kam karvano chu. I'm gonna work, right? I'm gonna do it tomorrow, maybe later. Right? That's in the future. It's in the future. We have one more future tense in Gujarati, but we're gonna do it another day. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I might make another video about this later, another podcast about this at a later date. I'm making it today because one of my actual students that I teach, this came up in our class, and I don't have any materials on it. I don't have any PDFs or whatever it is. So I thought, hey, what a great chance to make a video for the YouTube channel and the podcast, and create something for the class that I teach with this particular student. So hope you have a great day. Hope that made sense. If you have any questions, you can contact me by going to Azrin, thelanguagenerd.com/contact. For those listening on the podcast, that's AZ or Z, REN, thelanguagenerd.com/contact. You go there, you can send me an email, shoot me a message on Instagram. All the contact methods are there. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Have a great day. We'll chat later. Bye-bye. Aujo.